All right, so you're interested in shooting videos, you just got a camera, but how do you get your first job? Let's talk about it. All right, let me start off by saying I apologize if you hear any of my kids screaming in the background. I'm in an apartment. There's nothing I can do about it. Sorry. Video content is at an absolute premium right now, and so many businesses actually need to shoot videos, and they want to, but they just don't know where to go. So a little background about me. About 2 years ago, I decided to jump both feet into video production. I quit everything. I did odds and end jobs here and there just so I could get by so that I could actually do this. I decided to start with a cheap camera. I couldn't afford any type of expensive camera at the time. I tried to look into business loans. None of that actually worked out. But I ended up buying the Panasonic G7, which was a great camera. I do weddings, I do real estate, I do restaurants. Basically anything that somebody's willing to let me film, I will do it. Over the years, I've shot with a lot of different cameras, from Panasonic to Sony to Canon to Fujifilm. Newsflash, they're all great. So over time, I've really built my gear up, and I now shoot with a Canon C100 and two Sony a7 IIIs. I know for me in the very beginning, the hardest thing was trying to figure out how do you get that first job. It's like you have all this equipment, you're ready to go, but who do you talk to? How do you even get started? So my first tip is to actually shoot some video. Make sure that you've shot some videos, whether it's with family, whether it's with friends, whether it's your kids, whether it's just going to the woods, vlogging, making some kind of cinematic roll, just so you can show people that you know how to push record on the camera and you actually know what you're doing a little bit. So make sure you're posting them to all of your social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok if you're on that. Just make sure that it's visible to everybody. The next step after that would be to make sure you tell people that this is what you want to do. Make sure people know that you're trying to get people to hire you to shoot video for them. Social media is a lot more powerful than we give it credit for. The reach is unbelievable. It's definitely leveled the playing field for people that are small creators that are just trying to get into the business. Like, somebody knows somebody that can hire you to shoot a video for them. Just throw it out there on your Facebook or on your Instagram and say, hey, I'm looking to shoot videos. Who do you know that's looking to get some video shot? You'd be surprised who knows who. Like, your cousin or a friend from high school might know a business that just opened up and they're looking for some video content, or somebody who's a realtor that's looking for some videos to be shot. Trust me, it's powerful. Use it. And that goes for weddings or anything like that. Just tell people what you want. Ask who do you know that's getting married soon that's interested in getting a video shot. Now, the big thing when you're just getting into this, it's always hard to figure out what should you charge, what should you ask people to pay you. And there's a few ways you can go about it. You can go and look at the other rates that people are charging in the area, ask a few people who've had videos shot, ask them what they paid. Or you can take a very simple approach and go to the person, and when they say, you know, this is the type of video I want done, and you can just be honest with them. Don't pretend like you've been in the business for 10 years. Just say, hey, you know, what's something like this worth to you? Usually people are pretty fair. There's always going to be people out there that are going to try and take advantage of the situation, but those are the people that you just move away from and you don't want to work with. The people that actually value your time and are willing to be fair with you, those are the people that you're going to want to stick with. Should you work for free? I would say it depends. If you're really trying to get in the door with somebody and you know that this could be something that if they post it, it's going to get seen by a lot of people and you probably could get work out of it, I would absolutely do it for free. Don't undervalue your time, but also be very strategic in who you're doing free work for. Free work has gotten me very far in this business. I have done free work for people just because I knew that they had a big reach, and they end up being one of my greatest clients in the future because I just built that relationship up. Because let's be honest, like when you're starting out, people don't really know you that well. They don't really know your work. They've seen it a couple times. They've seen you do, you know, the fun video that you've done with your family, but they don't really know how you're going to represent their business. So it's a big investment for them, even if it's a little bit. So the bottom line is, yes, absolutely do free work in the beginning, but be very cautious about who you do free work for, because you want it to be a win-win. You don't want it to just be like you're so desperate to get somebody to let you shoot a video for them that you just do everything for them for free. Like, be very cautious. Say, look, this is what I'm willing to do for free, and set the expectations up front. That way they're not expecting you to shoot for 8 hours on a day and then you have to do all this work for nothing. Now, how do you make sure that on the day of, everything goes smooth and that you do things the right way? The best way that you can do this is to make sure that you're communicating with your client. Make sure you're asking them like, hey, what's your vision? You know, what are you expecting to see? You know, is there anything that you've seen before that you might want this to kind of resemble? The bottom line is, if they see that you really, really genuinely care to deliver their vision, they're going to want to use you again, because it's kind of an overwhelming thing for a lot of people to be on video or to do a video for their business. Like it's vulnerable, it's tough, and it's very important that their vision is considered and that you're at least trying your best to deliver that for them. All right, so a lot of people will say that you should find like a niche or a niche, or however you say that word, but I don't think that's the case. I think that you should shoot anything and everything. You're gonna learn certain things from shooting different styles. Like, I've learned so much from doing weddings, I've learned so much from doing restaurants, I've learned so much from doing real estate, and you take them all and you can now have this culmination of all these skills from different genres, and now you have a style that you can just kind of be like a chameleon. Ultimately, when you shoot a bunch of different genres and different styles, you're gonna learn a lot, you're gonna culminate a lot of skills, and you're gonna feel confident that you can shoot anything at any time. Once you get that first video out of the way, whether you've been paid, whether you haven't been paid, make sure you let people know. Make sure you show people. Make sure you share it. Make sure you're putting it on your business page. Make sure you're doing whatever you can to just let people know, like, I did this and I want to do more. Because word of mouth is definitely big in this business, and you can catch fire really quick. Like it's like a switch that turns. Like one person's like, yeah, I used this guy, he was awesome. They tell them, you shoot for them, then this person does another video, and then they told another person, and then you have 3 clients then. And that's basically how it's worked for me. Like, I started with like 1 or 2 clients, they told people, and then they branched out. It's kind of like the whole Wayne's World thing.
And they tell 2 friends, and they tell their friends, and so on, and so on, and so on.
But keep grinding, keep working on your skills, keep pushing out there, keep letting people know that this is what you want to do. And there is a big open market for this. I promise you guys, there is plenty of business out there. You just have to push yourself out there and keep motivating yourself to don't just rest, just keep pushing. If you're not doing anything for a business, go out and shoot something for fun and post it. Like, just always let people know that video is your thing. All right, guys, well, that's all I've got for today. I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope it's very educational. I know 2 years ago, I didn't, in my wildest dreams, think that I would be in this position that I am now. I'm able to support my family, doing what I love for a living, and it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling, and I wish that wholeheartedly for every single one of you guys. Until next time, you have any questions, feel free to ask me or reach out to me in the comments. However you want to. I'm always an open book, and I truly want the best for you guys. So I'll talk to you next time.